Welcome back to Gig Harbor Paddling.
Today we're doing 500-meter time trials.
Today we're doing 500-meter time trials because we like our kids to have as much practice as possible to line up on what we have as a race course and get in that race mindset and want to go hard and practice their plan for their race and their warm-ups, just so that when they show up to an actual race, it's not a surprise.
We used to do it only on Saturdays, but we realized that kids will race on every day of the week, so why not switch up when we do our time trials to any day of the week. 500s are really hard because they're in that in-between. You can't full out sprint and you're not able to settle too much in between. So a lot of our athletes struggle with pacing these distances, so we'll see how they do today.
Yeah, it's really hard because it's painful. The 200-meter, short and sweet, but there's no strategy to that. You just go. The 500 meters, you have to sit and bathe in that lactic acid, and it's tough. And so we like to do as many 500-meter things as possible so that they get used to that. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Where does that go? So here in Gig Harbor, this is a public area. So there's yachts coming in and out. We have no way to set up permanent buoy or course lines like a lot of other places do that have sprint kayak teams. So we use landmarks along the shore or certain landmarks on the water that won't move. And right now, we're on the finish line for the 500 meter. And we're already drifting a little past it, but that's why I have my motor boat. It's the middle of that boat called the Jack Tar, and there's a door, and we've already lined that up with the peak of one of the buildings behind it. So to me, that's the line that when athletes finish, I press my lap button and then we write down their name in order and match up, and then that's how we do timing here in Gig Harbor. Start line today is down, we call a shoreline, 500 meters that way. There's a specific piling with a specific sign and a specific lineup, and that's what we use for starts. There are too many racers for my capability, so we're gonna make sure we have video evidence. They're just really close in time, so we don't have the technology to necessarily get super accurate, so we might have to do some like, hey, you were around this time. So that's what's happening at the moment.
Look at Carter keeping up. All right, I'll go.
Down, down, down! Okay, so 2 minutes, 0.46.
I thought that was Connor finished first, but
Carl, Carl had him. He stopped
two.
And then,
sorry,
2 minutes, 0.8.
Okay.
All right, so
we like to have at least 2 people on the finish, 1 person on the start, but if we can have more, we'd always like another person on the finish, maybe another timer, and then have someone in the middle to cheer them on right by the finish. So that's why we have Alan Anderson right by the finish, telling all the kids to move up, encouraging them, yelling at them. We want this to be a team sport for the athletes and a team sport for the coaches.
Today we timed in 3 different groups. We had the kids determine which group they wanted to go on based off of their goal times and how much they wanted to challenge themselves today. So we had quite a few step up for a very challenging group on that first one. A few of them realized, okay, maybe that was a little too fast of a group for me, but nevertheless, we had that big first group. They were running around 2 minutes to 2:20, and then this middle group was about 2:20 to 2:40, and then this last group are the kids that are a little bit closer to 3 minutes, and it's just that it's a little bit more fair. It's not as waked out, and they can stay a little bit more focused, and it's more like their race on race day. Waked out means that other teams around you, their boat wake gets in your way, and it causes you to have a rough race. We are waiting for the kids to take a little rest because on race day, they're gonna have time in between their races. And so we want them to practice getting out of their boat, lounging around for a second, but still being able to stay focused mentally so that when they get back on the water, they're ready to go. But it's only 20 minutes, so their systems are still gonna be kind of down, and they're still gonna have quite a wear and tear. So this last time trial today, it's gonna be pretty close to what their end of the day races will feel like on race day. So that's what they're doing right now. Yeah! That's it!
Ooh, look at Connor. Yeah, Connor!
Down! Down, down! Down, down, down!
Then I got it.
Down!
Nope. Why are you still doing it?
Down, Jackson! Down, Knight! Down, Carter!
As athletes anticipate the finish of a race, you're gonna see in the finish that often they slow down before they're actually all the way across. So Allison and I stay really on the kids about making sure that they've paddled all the way through and some, because we see at the regattas that we just had that they anticipate the finish and they stop early. They get tired and they find a way to give in just a little bit ahead of everyone else, and that can be the difference between winning and losing. 11 and then a 2:18.
You got a 159?
Kyle, you got on your first one a 2:08.8. Thomas, let's go! Oh, Thomas! Yeah, Dylan!
Down! 2:33.8. Down, Haley! Down, Cedar! Down, Johanna! Down, Ashley!
All of our athletes arrived today around 2:45-3. We just got off the water and it's about 4:45. They have about 10-15 minutes to bring up their boats and then be picked up at 5. Usually our workouts are anywhere around 45 to an hour, and this workout ended up being a little bit shorter.
Yeah, it was more of a time trial, so not necessarily a workout. There is a season coming though, it's summertime, it's grind time, so they're gonna be getting off the water 5:15, 5:20 sometimes to get the work done. There's gonna be a few athletes who have scheduled their weight training to be after practice. Today might be one of those days, so typically they'll get off, have 10-15 minutes to put their boats away, and then they transport themselves to the gym and get going for another hour 20 workout.
So, tell me I'm wrong.